Hi, this is Kiran from Masters of BPP University. I'm going to talking about the managing shadow AI in organization, developing an enterprise's AI threat mesh. Firstly, I'm going to talk about project background. Before we turn to attention to the project itself, we should look at the reason behind the strategic prioritizations of the topic by the organizations. Generatively, AI change has changed into the function of organization drastically in the past 2 years. Workers generating reports, analyzing the data, programming the code, creating the presentations, and automatic repetitive tasks with the AI now. According to the Microsoft research, in 2024, the work intent index, 75% of knowledgeable workers are currently using the AI in an online. In 78% of online workers are bring their own AI tool to the work frequently without organizational approval. In additionally, in 2024, global AI survey conducted by the McKinsey found that 65% of organizations using generatively AI at least one business functions, highlighting how quickly AI becomes the part of the everyday businesses. When these figures sunshine a lighting of immense opportunity delivered by the AI, they are also shows that governance challenges the rate of which organizations are creating the policies, securities, controls, and responsible governance mechanisms is slower than the when technology is being adopted. According to the report, the emergency of shadow AI, the employees are using AI application not managed by their own. Employees are putting the tools to boost their productivity. However, they are not realizing the exposes sensitive business information, intellectual property to the custom records and third-party AI. From the perspective of technology management, this is challenging organization must nurture to innovation and the AI adaptation while ensuring the cyber security and adhering to the regulations on using AI responsibly. Restrict access to the AI likely not work at the organization needed the governance stance that the allow to implement the AI securely, clearly and strategically. The challenges has been the basics on the my wage project is built by the ultimately led to the emerge of such proposed AI international test and mesh framework. And the second thing, the project aim and the background. Having understood the problem, I briefly discuss about the objects of projects. The goal of the project is developed by the enterprises, AI test mix, and also the AITM that the help organization manage by the shows shadow AI while still empowering the employees to use AI safely and responsibly. The goal is not to ban the AI to implement the proper governance framework that allows our organization to embrace the with the confidence. The aim of the project is fivefold. The first one, I look at the shadow AI risk and the business impacts. In additionally, I examine the how existing frameworks of AI governance and the technology management are being used by the organization. And then I created the AITM framework as well as the way to participally address by the programs. Fourthly, I developed by the implementation roadmap indicating the project management tools which can facilitate the adaptation of the framework by the organization. Ultimately, I suggested the recommendation backed by the evidence that the help of organization. The objective from the structured pathway of organizations that the migration unchecked AI adaptations to the responsibility enterprises of AI governances. Research methodology, I adapted the structure of research methodology to upcoming the practical solution. In this business, adaptive pragmatics, physiology, which means the emphasis of solving real business problem rather than the creating theory. As shadow AI is an emerging challenge to provide me the opportunity to mix academic knowledge in the industry of insights. Exploratory that applied to the design of research. In fact, the focusing of producing a solution that organization can apply because shadow AI is ever involving many organizations are still working for the figure out how to govern it in the exploratory. Since the project is relevant in the secondary research, I examined evidence for the peer-reviewed journal in industry reports and publication of government technology companies of Microsoft like McKinsey, IBM, and NIST, AI risk management framework to the sense of the framework are the evidence of the employee number of quantitative method and including mathematical analysis and the comparative analysis by the using of strategies. We are able to better understand two challenges, access current governance practices, nature to the enterprise's AI trustness. Consequently, this process acts by the recommendation of evidence based on the grounded, meaning that there would be possible for organization implementation AI enterprises. In project approach, I employed a number of well-established technology management frameworks. I assess certain of a strategical paradigm in the solution. I used the via digital transformation framework First, AI adaptation is not merely about the inserting technology. I learned from this statement, I also necessity to change the organizational strategy, governance, process, and people. Following these steps, I proceeded to the apply responsible AI governance framework, which is include OECD, AI principles of NIST AI risk management framework. This framework offering the guidelines, the transparency and accountability, security, and the reliability and adherence are required for the responsible adaptation of AI. As per the technology organization environment or TOE framework, I also choose the one of the best and better or not, I don't think so. It's an accountability tech, organizational capability of external factors like regulations. Ultimately, I employ the quarter eight steps change model. The regulations of AI governance implementation is just not the technology project, but organizational change program. The employees grasp and the faith in and the accumulatively new adapted approaches. By the integrating these frameworks, I was able to develop the solutions enterprises like AI trust mesh and encompassing not only the technology but also the governance readiness and change management. Overall, these frameworks has ensured that the recommendation solution is aligned strategically, feasible, and implementation of faculties long-term enterprises in AI adaptation. And then the finding from the literature. The academic literature, the industrial reports or actual case study five key factors finding in the kept merging. Enterprises are AI adaptation are growing at an unpredictable rate, which is finding the AI transformation business. Operating from the experimentation, actual implementation is the greatest potential for the innovation and the productivity. Governance, according to the second finding, is not keeping up. With the adaptation of AI, numerous organizations still not have clear policies on AI, approved the platform monitoring mechanisms, and casual significant governance gaps. In third finding, dealing with the employees' behaviors, the majority of employees are not using the authorized AIs. The contrary, the people asked to seek the foster the ways to get the job done. Sadly, I sensitively information belonging to the organization is misconducted. Growing the regulatory pressures of fourth finding, governance structures and regulations are requiring the organization to the more accountable for the development, deployment, and monitoring of AIs. Eventually, the research indicates that the responsible of AI no longer just the compliance issues. Organizations which good for the AI governance are more likely build trust and reduce risk and gain a complementary advantages of over time. To sum up, the finding revealed that the greatest question isn't whether I don't organizations should support or adopt or AI or not. In the insight servers is basic of the solution proposed by the projects. And then why existing solutions are insufficient and critical analysis. The following evaluations are access how organizational presentations managing shadow AI and whether is evaluation of effective. According to the finding of research, the most organization is depends on the old age system like AI usage policies, etc. Controls are essential. Controls are essential. They are more relative. Employees are rely heavily on the policies on the only one detected problem at the after facts. AI adaptation in the outplacing governments mechanism that can respond to the challenges is evolving rapidly. Once take 8 seconds of the employees to the accessible formulative AI tool can often there do without IT security knowledge. Consequently, organizations will have the little knowledge of using AI and information being shared. The proposed is AI interface trust mesh or AITM outputs from the different approach. Rather limiting use of AI, AITM moves to the entrance alongside the every user's AI. System allows the organization to continuously monitoring the users of AI, detecting the risk real time, and the ensuring compliance without shopping and employees from the using AI. To input of indifferently, traditional governance means controlling the AI whistle list. The AITM means growing the AI smartly. The project of contribution, the foundation of the proposed solution is shift from the relative governance to the proactive governance. In critical analysis and the proposed solution enterprises of truth mesh. Having identity to the shortcoming of existing governance approaches, I would like to present the enterprises of trust mesh like AITM. Essentially, AITM serves as the intermediate between the employees and the AI tools they are used. The employee cannot interact directly with the various AI applications. Instead of each employee request passed to the secure governance layer, before the reaching a approved of AI level. This allows the business fosters AI using ensures the visibility, security, and compliance. The five components combined from the framework. In the primary phase, I grab gateway, rather than the gateway of actual single entry points such as the every AI request goes through authentication and validation. Moreover, the AI risk engine analyzes the request real time and detects the block sensitive data, policy violation, and risk from the processing. Subsequently, dynamic AI routine delivers every request to the best request and approval by the AI model per security, performance, and company policies, as per company policies. The fourth feature in the behavioral AI analytics that the constantly monitoring user activity for the unusual actions. Ultimately, the AI compliance ledger keeps the track of AI activity while also maintaining the full of audit trail, trail for the regulatory and organizational compliance, which that distinguishes the framework from the other in the loops. Instead of the relaying the content manually, audit under AI regulated AI, which also governs from the better to the AI usage of organizational envelopes um, to the ultimate of mesh allows the business to involvement without any worries. The safeguard sensitive data, faculties, and compliance with the regulations, and changes AI governance from the reactive to the strategic business process. And then the industrial evidence supporting an AITM, like Microsoft's IBM architecture and Google Cloud, and their leverages, whatever it is. Project management approaches like initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and controlling, closing, and it even helps by the Gantt chart, keep the products of artifact. In project planning, establishment and in enterprises AI policies, deploy an AI gateway, build an AI literacy and awareness, implement of continuous and monitoring the analytics, establish the responsible and AI government community. By the implement of cases, they have three to four kind of cases, I think so. In project benefits, the key benefits are reduced risk and enhancing the visibility and control, improvement of improved compliance, then high productivity and stronger trust, scalability implementation. In measurement impact, they have the sum of 30 to 50% of AI shadow AI users in 66 months. In executive leadership, in the risks of viability in the risk, there is nothing in that anything. In project planning and conclusion, a 6 month of roadmap to implement an AITM to drive responsible AI adaptation at the scale. And I have six kind of scales in this phases in this one. Assessment and recovery, architecture, design, technology integration, pilot deployment, employee training and change enablement, enterprises enrollment and optimization. In the conclusion, the enterprises AI trust mess provides the innovation and technology enablement solution, the balance of innovation with security compliance with and the productivity. AITM enables the organization to embrace the AI with the confidence while reducing the risk of AI associated with the shadow AI. Valuable delivery AITM, security, compliant, visible, productivity, and responsible. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.